Hey y'all! Dana with Sullivan Family Homestead here, finally! My phone was giving me some troubles trying to get connected. Whew-wee, it is Thursday. Hey, how's it going, Melissa? Hold on, now that I'm actually connected, let me make you wiggle for just a minute. Look at the ceiling. Sorry about that. Oh, you're still kind of off. There we go. There we go. Look at that. That's better. Hey, Miss Sandra. How's it going? Hey, Kelly. Yeah, sorry about that, Melissa. I was having trouble getting my, I guess my, whatever, live stream to connect. So, usually it connects pretty well, but for whatever reason, it just kept saying, going live, going live, going live, so whatever. Hey, Tim, how's it going? So, yes, I think he has me on radar, like bleep, bleep, bleep. So, oh yeah, right, Tim, be good. Those words in the same sentence do not belong. Whew. I tell you, I'm running like a chicken with my head cut off as always. Every Thursday, super, super busy. So, yeah, exactly. Let me see if I can't get some of that glare off a little. There we go. So, what's everybody up to tonight? Pip is doing good. He is now an outdoor chicken. I know y'all wondered whether that would happen or not, but they've got all their feathers now, and it's time. It's still warm out, so this is the perfect time to get them acclimated before it starts getting cold. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know, 60, 65 degrees at night. Yes, I am blazing hot. I literally just walked in the door a few minutes ago. So, you know, on Thursday afternoons, well, Thursday afternoon evening, from 4:30 until 7 o'clock, I'm at our local library teaching crafting classes. So, I go straight from the library, rush home like a maniac, do whatever I need to do, go pee, get something to drink, and get set up on here and try to do it before 8 o'clock. So, usually it happens. Today, not so much. Listen, today I have been running absolutely crazy. So, Sandra says it's been in the 90s here in North Carolina. Yeah, I'm in East Tennessee, so don't I know. It's been pretty hot. Whereabouts in North Carolina are you? Let's say in relation to Asheville. I know, Tim, I know. Listen, you are the king of TMI. I think I'm okay. Just saying. Oh, yeah, Fayetteville. I gotcha. 70s today. That would be nice. Listen, if I could get 60 to 85 all year long, I would be peachy keen, jelly bean. But then the bugs would be crazy and it would make me nuts, so there's that. But anyway, yeah, it's been pretty toasty. So I got you, Miss Sandra. I'm about, what, 90 minutes away? Something like that, hour and a half-ish, you know. Somewhere in there, about an hour and a half away from Asheville. I'm north of there, of course. But, yeah. Yeah. So it has been pretty toasty. Hey Pickers, how's it going? But it actually works out well that it's been so warm, you know, because I have the ability to get Pip and the girls outside so that they can get acclimated to the temperatures and stuff. So yeah, Sandra, I'm about 15 minutes away from Gatlinburg, 20 minutes, somewhere in there. I'm northeast of Gatlinburg. So anyway, they're outside. They're actually in the square chicken tractor that we had those other chickens in. You know, did you guys ever get to see the Polish rooster that I have? Because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking maybe I never did get out there to show them to you. But anyway, Tim and I were discussing how we know each other. You know Tim, as in Tim Beverly. You know Tim Beverly. I knew there was something wrong with you from the moment I met you. From the moment I met you. Oh, you were discussing with Tim how you and I know each other. Oh. See, Tim, it's like this. I was getting ready to graduate A school. In fact, I had already graduated A school. And I get this knock, knock, knock on the door from this overly cheerful, overly hyped up, friendly chick that was just coming in from boot camp, all like, hey, yay, we're new roommates, ah! And I'm just like, screw this crap. And I went out to the smoke deck to have a cigarette, and then next thing I know, you know, we're roommates, I'm stuck with her, and we're friends. Does that about wrap it up? Hey Suburban, how's it going? That's only partially true. Actually, it's mostly true. It's mostly true. I was graduated, getting ready to leave, thinking how wonderful it was that I had my own room, and then I get the knock on the door, and you know, there she is, and yeah, but it was great. We ended up being roommates for a while, so it was good. No, it was definitely Crystal that was hyper. Yes, you are absolutely right. Fried chicken sandwich, where's mine? Listen, I haven't had dinner yet either. Yeah, I don't remember what her last name was. Do I? No, I don't remember what her last name was, but I have it wrote down somewhere, I think. But anyway, I don't know about that. I don't know if it was Scott. Come get it, homemade fry. Oh, sure. Keep it piping hot for me. It'll only take me a couple hours to get there. I haven't had dinner yet, you know. I just got back from the library, and here we are. So, yes, Tim. Listen, I was not necessarily the sweetest, kindest, gentlest soul back then. I was ready to have my own private space, and here I was invaded by newbies. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Oh, how funny. So, the story goes that Crystal, the other gal, she was the really hyper one that came to the door. I had apparently made a really interesting first impression with her as I was walking out the door to have a cigarette. And maybe not one of my kindest, gentlest, sweetest moments. And it wasn't, but a couple of minutes later, one of the fellas came down and said, hey, I hear you have a new roommate. And he already knew all about the encounter and everything, because apparently she was saying what a, you know, her roommate was. She didn't know that he knew who I was, of course, so when she said what room number she was in, he was just like, oh yeah, I know who you're talking about, and came right downstairs to rat her out. Yeah, that was fun though. I mean, in truth, it really and truly was just a one-time thing because we really did get to be good friends. It was good. So, but you know, anyway, we all have stories to tell, don't we? But moving right along from those kind of stories. Listen, Melissa, that is a whole totally different that is a whole different channel, not on the Homestead station. So, anyway, good times though, good times. But so anyway, back to what we've been up to. That was a lifetime ago, by the way. We are both two totally different people than we were then. But, anyway, isn't that funny how that works? So, yeah, let's not share how old we are, darling. Let's not. Moving right along. What I've been busy working on today and yesterday, Miss Kelly says, my daughter is a warrant officer in what would be the Canadian version of your OJT. Yeah, that's cool. The garden is doing fairly well. Did you happen to see the Facebook video I did the other day? We've got everything cleaned out, and we've got some tomato plants left and some peppers. And then the loofah, which, as I've said before and will say again, is completely overrun the entire corner of the garden. So, which is fine because there's nothing else over there now, so it doesn't matter. My strawberry plants are still hanging in there and doing really good. I had thought that I might transplant them to that other raised bed that we built over by the back deck, and I still might, but if I'm going to, I need to hurry up and get it done so that they have time to get settled in before winter. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to move them or if I'm just going to wait and let them have the winter and then in the springtime move them. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, Tim, according to her way of thinking, she's older than I am because I'm 23 and holding. So, but I picked some peppers yesterday, and I've been picking tomatoes almost every day. They are really doing well. I want to try to make fruit leather. Who was it? Rebecca Rhodes on Justin Rhodes' channel. She makes it and she loves it. And I had said that when I had enough tomatoes I would try it, but I haven't tried it yet because I've been busy dehydrating peppers and canning tomato stuff. So, Melissa, are you talking about watermelon leather? Oh, Kelly, that's awesome. I've never tried watermelon leather, but I imagine that it would be good. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking it goes into oblivion because there isn't much left after the water's taken out of it, but I love watermelon. So how do you make your watermelon leather, Melissa? I've got to see what kind of seasonings I'm going to put into the tomato, or if I'm just going to leave it plain to do the leathers with. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, the Cherokee Purple is still doing good, so there's that. And then I have a whole bunch of cherry tomatoes are still doing good, so blend with kiwi and use foil to make it thick so it has something to it. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Watermelon from 5 pound. Wow. And then you add apple to it. That's cool. Apple watermelon, that sounds pretty cool. So, I don't know. Squirrel. Yeah, watermelon and apple does sound really good. That does sound really good, actually. I want to try it out. I mean, do you do it in the oven or do you do it in a dehydrator? I have a dehydrator, but it's just one of those little, I don't know, you know, like off-brand, cheapo type, takes 10 hours to do anything type of dehydrator. That's on my Christmas list this year. Yeah, I was planning to do it in the oven on a cookie sheet, so. I keep telling Matthew that I would love to have one of those Excalibur dehydrators for Christmas. That's what I want for Christmas, the kind with the door, you know, the fancy schmancy one with all the shelves. Ooh, cranberries and apple together would be good. That would be awesome. I could think of a bunch of different things now that we're talking about it. Let's talk about apples and strawberries. That would be good. Do a 9x13 to get a thickness with the watermelon. Yeah, that sounds really good. So, I've been working on some projects the last couple of days. And, oh, strawberry blueberry. Yum. You know, at the library we do those classes. And today we did this. And this. You got a quarter of a cow from the butcher for $2.55 a pound, cut and wrapped. That is awesome. Listen, didn't you just send some hogs off to be butchered, or did you just get them back? Which, you just sent them off, right? Seems like I had seen, yeah, you just sent one. I was going to say, it seems like I had seen that you had sent something off and you haven't heard back about it yet, like how much weight there is and all that stuff. It'll take a bit. Obviously, I've never sent one off yet. 240 pounds hanging weight. Dang. So, when you say that you got this quarter of a cow, Tim, did you work with somebody? Like, do you go in with somebody to portion it out, or do you just pay for X amount of it from the growers? How does that work out for you? A couple of friends and I have been talking about that. He gets the back half. That's awesome. $1.60 a pound for pork. That is awesome. You did good, man. So, yeah, a couple of friends and I have been talking about going in together on a cow. You know, there's a couple of folks out here that raise different breeds. There's an Angus grower, and then there's, I don't know what the others are. He got the back of the pork too. Now who's not being nice? But, anyway, we were talking about splitting a cow, and I wondered how that kind of thing actually works out. I mean, does, like, the person that has it, do they send it off to the processor? Or do you have to get it and take it to the processor? Or how does all that work? Local family-owned business. Yeah. I wish there was a way to put the chat across here in this in the video the way that Two Family does. I know they use a totally different program, but YouTube ought to get on that, because that would be really good to have all of the chats in here. Folks coming in later could see it. The processor has the beef hanging in the freezer. Okay, gotcha. So the folks that grow it, they send it off to the processors and you guys pick it up and pay for it there. Hey, Miss June, how's it going? Peas and spinach are growing in the kitchen? That's cool. That's an awesome deal, Tim. I like that idea. I really do, actually. I mean, store-bought meats in general are kind of questionable, you know. Sometimes they look good, but what are they injecting in them? What are they feeding them? That sort of thing. At least when you get them from somebody local, you know. So, yeah, I had done all of these little projects, and you know, the last couple of weeks I've been working on a whole bunch of stuff because I have craft fairs upon craft fairs upon craft fairs, and then the conference on the 14th, and then in between all of that I have the workshops for my Stampin' Up! Business. And so I've been running ragged trying to get everything taken care of. And, excuse me. Goodness sakes alive. So, anyway, I had made a whole bunch of things. Not this one in particular, but, this cute little crate that had a little chicken and decorations and stuff on it. It looked kind of like a farmer's market crate, and I had done up a whole bunch of them, and I had done some of the candy things too. We should rename autumn to craft fair season. Yes, Kelly. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, you know, we had a craft fair this past Saturday, and, you know, last Thursday I was talking about all this stuff that I was trying to get made for the craft fair, and, you know, there was all this, candy and stuff like that, you know, that I had done in these things, chocolates specifically. And, you know, I go to looking at the forecast to see what the weather is going to be like that day, so I know what to look for. And it's going to be like 90 something. And so I'm thinking, there's no way all this time I've spent working on these things for chocolates, little chocolate candy packages and stuff like that, I can't even take them because it's all going to melt. So all of the work that I did, all of the time that I spent doing all of those things, I couldn't even use them. So they're sitting on a shelf waiting for maybe the end of October. Who knows? We'll see. You know. Anyway, so I scrambled trying to find other things to do, and I learned a valuable lesson not to just do candy things for a craft fair, do more other things too. So I had some handmade cards, you know, like this one. I'll probably make a few of these, and you guys can see, like, it's just got a cool way that it opens and it shows the leaves and tag and stuff like that. And so what I really like about it though is see if you can see the coloring on the leaves, which is really cool, and then this one, how detailed it is when it's cut out. So I think I'll probably make a handful of these, and then I've got several other designs that I'll do. And actually, let's see here, this one I just did, I was supposed to take it to the library with me this evening. This one I did for a friend of mine for a baby shower Saturday. For Saturday, I was supposed to take it to the library today to give it to her so that she would have it. So now I have to take it into town tomorrow and give it to her so she's got it. But this one's really cute because the little bear is kind of pops off the paper, and then it has this pretty little, and it's going to be backwards for you guys, but it says, "A baby is a blessing, a gift from heaven above, a precious little angel to cherish and to love." So, but it has the little star that matches, and then a little star on the envelope to match it too. So I think I'm going to spend more time. Thank you. Hey, Tara, how's it going? Thank you so much, Miss June. Thanks, Melissa. So, I think what I'm going to do is, I've got these little, candy things that I didn't get to put out last Saturday. So, I'm going to spend this next week doing things that aren't perishable. Oh, it wasn't backwards? Okay, I'm sorry. When I'm looking at it on my screen, it's backwards. So, that's good to know. So, anyway, I'll probably do, I don't know, maybe a couple dozen cards. And then I have little clear envelopes that go with them so that you can see. Well, I'm glad you're here, Tara. Thanks so much for coming by. So, I don't know where they are because I moved things around. I had to take my tables to the craft fair, and so I piled everything up in a pile and set it off to the side, and I haven't unpacked the box yet because I've been busy. So, Well, thanks for that, Melissa. I appreciate you saying that. Miss June says, nearly got my room finished. Need to bring up the desk from the basement. That's cool. I'll be excited to see pictures and videos from you. So, don't listen to Tim, Tara. He is constantly trying to be a pest. He loves it, and we enjoy him being here, so he keeps things going. Don't even worry about him. Just poke him. Like that. You better be careful, Tim, because Melissa has the bonking stick, so she can bonk you on out. Now, he's being good tonight, Melissa, considering. No, don't be afraid. He's just being silly. So, June says, I had hubby moving the furniture around several times. That's awesome. Oh, don't leave us, Tim. We're just picking on you. You'll be okay. So, I'm putting together some workshops because I really like doing them. And also, it seems like other people really like it too. So, it's kind of fun to interact with folks and do crafty stuff, which is super fun. Because, if I get paid to craft all day, whoop, whoop, I kind of do. I will be soon. So, yeah, you guys know that I had started, Thanks, Tim. Yes, get him some cheese for that wine. So you guys know that I started selling Stampin' Up, and I'm super excited about it. I absolutely love Stampin' Up. And I've been with the company since June 19th, which means I've been with the company for, 2 months and, a few days. I am about to get a promotion already. And, basically it goes by, your sales level. So I'm right here. And I was, $250 something shy of meeting my next level sales goal. And so I put the word out, and I started advertising, and I set out a promotion that is for $40 worth of orders, you would get a free set of greeting cards, Christmas greeting cards, with a box. Hey Sherry, how's it going? And so part of that I've been working on, because I want the cards to be all different. So I want, you know, however many there are going to be, 7 or 8 different greeting cards. I want them to all be different cards. And I have 2 of them done already. So I thought I'd show you. This is one of them. And you see it's got the quilt stitching here. And I don't think you guys can see here, but there's actually quilt stitching in this too. Yes, Tim, exactly. From stamp licker to stamp placer. And then the inside is blank right now, but I'm going to put a sentiment in here so that it's, you know, actually legit for the holiday. So there's that one. And then this one is really cool because it kind of folds different than the others do. So this one is actually just, you know, one layer of card, or one face of card, but then this opens up. And that's where the greeting is. And then this one you can see, maybe you can see the stitching in it. Yeah, you can see the stitching there. So that's cool. So this is 2 of the cards that are going to be in that collection. You are getting a youngin's language? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know. Anyway, that's 2 of the cards that are going to be in the kit. When people have put in an order of $40 or more, then they're going to get this Christmas card set. So these are 2 of the cards. Did I say legit? Oh. Well, I just mean, you know, it's... Anyway. Yeah, I know. So, but anyway, the promotion is they spend $40 on in my shop, and they get the pack of holiday cards for free. And then, if our workshop total over the course of the week or whatever gets to the, let's say, $300 that I was shooting for, then everyone who put in a $40 order gets put into a drawing, and they get a free stamp set. And the free stamp set is totally exclusive for Stampin' Up. It's not in a catalog. You can't buy it. So it's like just for this promotion. So it's pretty cool. And because of that, I'm like $58 shy of reaching that goal. And I'm super excited about that. Yay! So, I really want to have it done. I'm closing that show out, or that workshop out, tomorrow evening. And so, I'm hoping that I reach the goal before then. Because that'd be really cool. That'd be like 2 months and a week between promotions, which is amazing. Super excited about it. So, listen. It is kind of a big thing because this company gives away trips, and I intend on going on one. So, I'm just saying. Thanks, Miss June. I appreciate it. Alright, see you later, Miss Kelly. Have a good one. So, anyway, business has been good. Business has been busy. And I do... every month at the first of the month, I do a card class and a hostess club get together. And so for the folks that are in my hostess club, they get the card class for free, and for everybody else it's like $10, and that basically covers my supplies. Because I always kind of go a little above and beyond, you know, because I really enjoy this stuff. You know, I really enjoy it. So like 1 month's card class might be something like these here, you know, and then maybe a tag or something to go with it. So, I mean, they get pretty cool stuff. Plus, we hang out and we have snacks or whatever, you know. So it's a good time. So, all right, dear. We'll see you later. Have a good one, Melissa. So, anyway, we do that, and then what? Oh, yeah. So, anyway, we do that club and class first of the month. And then a few times throughout the month I have different workshops. So, you know, one of them was called Rustic Charm, and it was making that little paper crate that I told you about that has the chocolate candies in it. And I had a couple of other cards with it that were super cute. And I ended up making a bunch of those cards, several copies of them, and took them to this craft fair last week and sold out. Like, they loved them. And I'm selling them for $2 and $3 a piece, which isn't that much more money than, you know, Dollar Tree. You pay more than that at Walmart to get a greeting card. So, and these are handmade, so it's not a bad price at all. And then I can turn around and use the money on chicken feed. Goat feed. So, speaking of chickens, and the reason I brought that up was to get off my business and get back on track with the homestead discussion. The chickens, the chickens are eating too much. Our cost of feed for the chickens has gone up exponentially since we locked them up, which of course was to be expected. But we're going through a 50-pound bag of grain and a 50-pound bag of scratch mixed together, of course, every week. So we're going through 100 pounds of feed a week. That's on the pullets out in the big coop. There's 20 out there. That's the 16 assorted pullets and the Polish rooster that I got from that gal a while back, that are in the backyard. And then Pip and the girls, so there's 4, and then the 5 ducks. So there's 44, roughly 44 poultry-ish. Yes, don't I know it, Tim? So here's the thing, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you guys know the reason why we locked them up in the first place was because you know, the dog had come onto the property, and there are still possibilities of dogs coming onto the property, of course, but I'm trying to weigh the pros and cons between just going ahead and turning them back out again to let them free range and taking our chances on losing some along the way. Like, obviously I wouldn't let Pip free range, because if I found him dead or didn't find him at all, I would be really upset. Yeah, I know. He's just a chicken, but I'm not into that. So, I'm not ready for that. I'm attached. I would be devastated. Yes, I would. In fact, I could get choked up thinking about it. And then my 2 Brahma pullets, I would be devastated if something happened to them as well. I mean, they were my first real babies. So I'm thinking about letting the pullets that are in the big coop, letting the big girls go ahead and start free ranging, and letting the ones that I got from that gal, the 16 that I got from them, let them free range, because they're a few months old now too. So the pullets are what are they, 6 months now? 7 months. They're 7 months now. And so the ones in the back, the ones that we got from that gal are 4 or 5 months old. So they're all fairly big now. And I think that they would be okay. And if we happen to lose one here or there, I mean, the amount that I'm paying for feed isn't really making it worth the return of eggs. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that we're probably going to have to go ahead and start turning them out again. And then just put them up at night, obviously. I'm not going to let them free range all the time. So I'm thinking that we might do that, but I'm not 100% sure yet, because I know that there really is that good chance. Tim, you're absolutely right. My only problem is that, I mean, it happens while I'm in the house or in the back or off the property entirely, and either I don't see them at all, or by the time I see them, they're already, you know, halfway gone. So, but then also we have hawks, and I think that the chickens are getting too big now for hawks to mess with them, but maybe not. I mean, I would think that there's plenty enough for hawks to eat that they wouldn't mess with the chickens now at this point, because they are pretty big. I mean, some of those chickens are huge. You can tell they've been eating good. We did go ahead and take the feeder out because they were climbing on top of it, and they were using that as a means of helping them get out of the coop or out of the run. So we're having to go into the greenhouse and scoop feed out and throw it into them now, instead of them being able to feed themselves, which is kind of a bummer, but currently anyways, that's what we're gonna have to do. So if we do decide to turn them out free range, we'll go ahead and put the feeder back in the run, because if you guys remember, that feeder is actually, I mean, that's a pretty cool feeder. It's a big recycle trash bin, and it's got, what are they, 3 or 3.5 inch PVC elbow and caps, and the whole project was really inexpensive, and it really has worked well. I mean, it has worked very, very well. Little to no mess, little to no waste, and you know, they didn't gorge themselves the way that some folks thought maybe they would. They were very good about you know, being good about it. So I don't know, it worked out really, really well. And it was nice to have that that in effect, and it was really good for not having to take feed from the house all the way down to the chicken coop. So, but the idea of them climbing on top of it to get out is kind of an issue. So, you know, Tim, you mentioned chicken netting. Did you say electric? We did talk about getting some of that bird netting and putting it up over the top of the run. Would a guard dog work? You know, a guard dog would work, but we have Layla and Gunner, and Gunner wouldn't mind, but Layla would not be friendly. And it would have to probably stay outside at that point, and then that idea just doesn't seem very nice to me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not totally opposed to the idea. I mean, we've talked about getting a Pyrenees, but it gets so hot outside. I mean, you couldn't leave that kind of dog outside all the time, you know? I mean, that would be bad. I don't know. If you get a Pyrenees, most of the time they prefer to be outside. Yeah, but it gets hot out here. Like, hot, hot, hot. So, oh yeah. Yeah, that's, okay, so listen, I don't know much about that whole double coat thing, cooling them off. I just see this thick, heavy coat and go, oh my gosh, you poor thing, and you're outside in 210 degrees heat. told you, I don't know. Picker says we got 10 minutes, folks. So, I don't know. You know what? Let's talk about that at the conference, okay? Because truly, I mean, we have talked about getting a Pyrenees, and we know some folks who have them, so it would be easy to find one here. And I wouldn't mind them being outside, I guess, but I want to make sure they stay on the property, you know, because I can't gripe and complain about other people's stupid dogs if ours is leaving the yard. So, Patera has a Pyrenees. Yes, she does, doesn't she? Okay. Alright, I'll do that. So, oh. Speaking of the conference, Sherry, darling, I hear that we're in charge of supplies for the s'mores. Yes. So I got the sticks on order, and yeah, I'm bringing the sticks. I got them on order. They should be here in the next couple of days. I got a big package of them. I just got the regular little, you know, the little, like, what are they, 3 foot or something, wooden sticks. They'll be done after the night. They can go into the fire before we shut down. You know what? It is just as easy to buy s'mores sticks, roasting sticks, than it is to try to find sticks long enough that aren't pine trees on our property. So, you know. But yes, I don't know, they're 36 inches long roasting sticks. They've got the point on one end, so hopefully people aren't stabbing each other, you know. But anyway, yeah, so they'll be able to put them in the fire when we're done with them, and then there's no cleanup. Yay! I'm all about that. So anyway, I reckon we better go ahead and start shutting it down. What time is it? We've got 8 minutes. 7 minutes. We have 7 minutes. So anyway, I didn't really talk about anything incredibly substantial this evening, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I've been really excited for the promotion with my business, and been really excited about running like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get all these craft fairs and workshops and everything else done before the conference, and then all the stuff I have set up after the conference, and then the holidays will be here, and let's not even talk about that yet. So let's not talk about that. Bob, you know, she gives me a hard time. God love her. So anyway, after the conference, we will start doing our regular videos again. I have a few of them already set up, and they're already edited, and they're already saved, and they're just waiting for me. Well, they're not totally edited, I guess, but anyway, we'll start getting the videos posted again on a regular basis after the conference. So, and I will be doing crafting videos. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to keep them on this channel, or if I'm going to start a new channel just for crafting stuff. So, I'm not really sure yet. That's something that Matt and I have been talking about, and so I don't know. No, Sherry, I don't think so. We're discussing and debating, but I don't think so. We've got a lot of stuff we really need to get done here, so, and then going out of town for this conference, I mean, it's kind of hard for us to find somebody to watch everybody, you know, to watch the critters and everything. So, I mean, we have some friends that are country, but you know, when it comes to actually feeding animals and going inside the fence, they're kind of like, no, it's okay, I'm good. Like the goats might get them or something, you know. So, but and you know, we just kind of feel weird asking people to, you know, help out with something like that. So yeah. Yes, exactly, country from afar. Bob, yeah, you're right, she does do it on her regular channel, and I feel like, you know, it's part of what I do here. And actually, I mean, the horseshoe stuff and everything and the metalworks, I mean, Matt does an awful lot of that stuff. So, I mean, it's part of what we do here. And I think it would be less complicated. So, I don't know if maybe I can pick a specific day that I post a video for crafting or whatever and make it like, I don't know, Stampin' Tuesdays or something, you know, some gimmicky little whatever. And maybe we can actually get him to start doing some videos too. He's done a few videos, but then he always ends up deleting them. He doesn't like it because he says he doesn't like the sound of his voice, which is so silly. So, you know. Sherry says Stampin' Saturday. Maybe Stampin' Sunday, but Saturdays are crazy busy. Metal Monday. I love that, actually. That would be cool. See, that would be fun, right? At least then you would know to have something to look forward to. And if there's a specific day of every single week where he has to do a video, maybe I can find more projects for him to do. Maybe. There's a three-dimensional, what am I thinking of? A three-dimensional horseshoe project that he's supposed to be working on for me that is a rooster crowing. And it's so cool. And actually, one of our regular customers has already pre-ordered one of these roosters for herself, and he hasn't gotten around to it yet. So this may be a perfect opportunity for him to get it done. So, anyway, I suspect that, let's see, I suspect that the Pratts are getting ready to come on. So, yep, Picker says 2 minutes to Pratts. So, Bob's got a lot of time in the winter and needs videos. I hear ya. I will try really hard to start getting some of those done, so. Hey, Jaton, how's it going? That's alright, honey. We're just closing it up and saying goodbye and getting ready for Pratt family. So, thank you guys so much for stopping by. As always, we really appreciate y'all. Thank you for spending time with me and visiting. I love it. This is like the highlight of my week, is to sit here with you guys and visit. So, thank y'all so much. Alright, well, we best get off here and get over to the Pratts. So, get on over there. We'll see y'all. Bye.